We get both. Me and the fire. You guys hear me? No idea if you can even hear me. Me and the fire. You guys hear me? Yeah, there we go. No idea if you can even hear me. Me and the fire. How do we see chat? Yeah, there we go. No idea. There you go. Hi everybody. How do we see chat? There we go. There you go. Echo. I'll lower it down and I'll sit by the fire because it's cold. Oh, but the fire's nice and warm. Oh, man, it loses the signal when it's down there, though. Have to hold this thing. Still learning about streaming when you're in the middle of nowhere. It sure doesn't focus very well, does it? The drunken camera that can't focus. It's got beer goggles. Sure doesn't focus very well, does it? The drunken camera that can't focus. It's got beer goggles. It's been a good day. Lots of time lapse today. Spent most of the day by the fire while between shots. At some point here, I want to send the Enterprise up with the spotlight and the lume cubes. Let's see if I can how bright that's actually going to be. I think it adds up to be like 6,000 lumens. Should be pretty bright, but who knows? How do we share this to get other people watching? I'm doing it here. Here and paste. Post. There we go. Now, now there's two people watching. It's kind of nice, except the frogs are quiet right now. I guess I'm speaking too loud. I scared them off. Every once in a while, they make a bunch of noise. They're only 100 yards over that way. Last night was incredibly foggy and windy. It was foggy enough that it was making condensation build up in the trees and rain down on the trailer. It sounded really pretty though. I liked it. But today is clear. There's almost no breeze at all. So the question is after this to light paint down by the pond down there. I've never done that on water before. Or just enjoy the fire until bed. Nothing to lose. Either way, I'm gonna have fun. Fortunately, that's only the amount of cord I have for that camera. I can't bring it any closer. I have 15 feet of extensions on it, so I tried to get it closer. And it's how's it look and sound on your guys' end? I can see two people are watching. Is the video okay? Is the audio alright? I'm only speculating here. So far so good. This is the first trip we brought a larger generator to charge car batteries and all our other camera batteries. But we also splurged and brought a rice maker, waffle maker, or waffle iron, toaster oven, and coffee pot. So it's kind of nice. Oh, and we have the barbecue smoker. So Pepper used that to smoke some meat before throwing it in the stew, which we kept over the fire. It was really nice. Looks like a flip phone. It's Sounds fine though. Okay, well, that's good to know. I don't know how to get this thing to focus. I could turn the light up. Maybe that would help. Maybe if it's brighter, we'll give it something to focus on. It's good the sound is alright, because I don't really want to yell. The camera's almost 5 feet away from me. So, thanks, unimportant. That's an interesting name, but hey, whatever works. I wonder why it just won't focus. But again, today's the first night of live streaming. I think the nearest town as a crow flies is 30 something miles. It's close to 45-minute drive, maybe hour. Nearest hospital is easily an hour drive. But now it's more bright. Okay, well, that's good to know. I wonder why the camera won't focus. Where are you watching me from, unimportant? I'm sitting on the western edge of Mendocino National Forest. I guess I'd be northeast of Covelo. Yeah, it really is terrible quality. I wonder if I tried the Peter McKinnon technique and block out the camera and then have it refocus. I'll let you guys be my guinea pigs for the night. I'm waiting in suspense through this other phone to see if it works. Yeah, that's okay though. We came out because we just had to get away. It's just my wife and I, so members of the same household came out here. We brought enough fuel, water, and supplies so we didn't have to stop along the way to infect some other town on the way out here. Um, it's been great. We saw or heard one car go by, then an hour later, that same car left. We've heard some heavy equipment off in the distance. On the way in, there was grading signs, so they're doing some road improvements, and the road sure was smooth as butter. It was great. We made it in here in no time. The windy sections were a lot worse. But this is pretty nice. Someone built a really nice fire ring. They like cherry picked some rocks. I haven't seen any other rocks like this around here. It's like they drove around looking for rocks, but there's an ample supply of firewood around. Unfortunately, I can't get the chainsaw to start, but we've managed to find enough. It was cut up already, so. And there's the dog. Poor dog. Kind of beat, huh? Want to come say hi? Yeah, it's been a lot of running the last couple days for you, huh? Poor dog. Life is so hard, huh? All your meals are cooked. You don't have to do any driving. Yes, it's good, dog. Come to enjoy the fire also. It's actually kind of nice. It's not freezing cold because there's no wind. Oh yeah, there's a cord there. Good job.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's nice and warm over here. trying to think of stuff to say, but I'm still also working out the bugs. The camera won't really focus very well.
Yeah, I can see that in there.
I don't know what it is. I have the light on pretty bright. But I guess it's also not meant to be 5 feet away. That could be part of it. But I have every extension we own. There's no more extensions.
Okay.
I guess I could take a hatchet and break a hole in the side of the trailer.
No. I vote against that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'd be good in the short term, but later it wouldn't be good. Well, get the video done.
Alrighty then. I guess we have different priorities.
Maybe. I'm just curious what it takes to get the camera more in focus. Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just monitoring the chat in case somebody comes on. Unimportant has mentioned a couple times that the sound is fine, but it's.
It looks like a flip phone could have taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know who unimportant is, but
I asked
noted.
I asked where you're from.
Oh.
Where you're watching from? Is it U.S. or some other?
You're important to us right now.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
We're not the only one watching. Somebody else is watching. You see much more ridiculous stuff streaming on YouTube sometimes, where it's just still images of people, their face,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just like them sitting in a bed or them sitting in a couch.
Mm-hmm.
At least out here you can watch a campfire burn in the background. And in theory, a conversation of camping or any camping related stuff could be started, but I don't care. I said worst case, I'm just going to chill by a warm fire.
Mm-hmm.
Others can live vicariously through the video that looks like it's got beer goggles.
I mean, I hate to be the practical one considering the state that I'm in, but are we using our data for this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool.
We've been conservative with it the last, we used a little bit yesterday. We do have a limited amount of data, but it's okay. We've discovered a way to upload videos through our unlimited plan, but streaming unfortunately has to go through a hotspot, which is a lot more limited. So that's okay though. I gotta work out the bugs and learn how this works sometime, somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm. For sure. It's delightful.
Yeah, at least it's not extremely windy and foggy.
No.
The pond is actually pretty still. I was considering doing some light painting down there later. If I can get another breath of wanting to do more photography. Had that Osmo rolling almost a full day. It'd be interesting to see what it looks like when it's actually on a bigger screen and an inch and a half wide.
You got a flashlight?
Right here.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, a whole bunch. We're very much glamping out here. I'd already mentioned the toaster oven and waffle iron, but we have a huge camp stove and a couple of big tables. A 6x10 box trailer is our tent, and that's also where our desktop is. Inside there, where you can, from up here, we can edit videos and then instantly upload them to YouTube. So hopefully tomorrow, because today I got a bunch of footage to work with, I can start cutting stuff up and uploading something neat tomorrow. No, we have an electric fridge. It's great. We don't have a set return home date, so we don't have to worry about running out of ice. Once a day, I plug the battery into the generator for an hour or so to give it a little top off, if you will. It runs the refrigerator, and then towards the end of the evening, when I don't want to run the generator, like I'm charging my Mavic batteries and the Osmo batteries and the phone and this light and running the computer,
When we're done with all that, I'll shut the generator off and switch over to a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and I'll just run this one string of lights, enough to see through camp. It works out perfect though, because these LED bulbs don't use much power, and the 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter has no trouble handling it. I have run the computer off of it. I did that earlier today just because I didn't want to start the generator for just the computer. Um, but we have options. It's really kind of nice. Although where it all kind of comes together, it looks like a third world country. There's like 6 different splitters, like cords running in 8 different directions, and there's a power strip inside the trailer there to plug in the computer and everything else. Um, but we're up here for a while, and one of my part of the premise of this trip is to explore a little bit, but a lot of it's to practice some photography and editing out here, because sometimes when I get home, I find, man, I wish I'd gotten this kind of shot or that kind of shot. Well, I'm still here. I can get that shot. It was up this morning at 4:30. We'll say 5, and it was perfect because I found a spot to put the Osmo in a tree crotch and let it take a picture every 30 seconds for 2 hours while the sun came up. And then went pointed it the same direction as the sun went and set. You could see the shadow of the sunset coming up the hill, with the drone facing the other direction for the sunset. So I should be able to overlay the two somehow, or maybe cut between the two to show the sun rising over here and setting over here, and the sun rising and setting over in that direction too. I managed to get some of the shadows. Uh, Got some cool underwater footage of the sun moving across the bottom of the water. One of my other curiosities is this pond is, it's not 100 feet across. Let's say 75 feet across. I have no idea how deep it is. Pulling out a number, maybe 3 feet, 4 feet. Thought about actually finding a way to bottom weight my loom cubes and tossing them out in the middle and try to make the water glow. Take an image with that, pull them in, take another image, maybe with a long exposure of the stars reflected off the water, because it's very still right now. There's not much smoke at all, or you can see the smoke isn't traveling a whole lot, so there's not much wind. Um, and then light paint some of the trees around the pond. I think it might be pretty cool. I've never worked with water and light painting before. Um, Done plenty of photographs, as you can see on my Instagram, with light painting, but it's always a good idea to branch out and try new things, and that's one I want to try. I don't know if I'm going to get to it tonight because I was up pretty early, but best time is now or first thing in the morning, so um, I'll just ignore that text. This isn't my phone. I'm using Pepper's. Mine is a mobile hotspot behind the trailer, giving the computer signal, and then from there it's a USB cord out to this webcam, and I don't care. Go away. But this isn't my phone. I don't know how to use it, so I'm mostly using it in case somebody has some questions or comments or wants to invoke a topic. Feel free. I'm just kind of rambling because I wanted to try out this whole live stream thing. Um, it's Unfortunately, this camera has a pretty small sensor. I'd love to turn it around and actually maybe give you a tour of camp. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow during the daylight. It's Honestly speaking pretty impressive. Like a smoker, and a refrigerator, and a large burner stove, tables. They have a table just for water and washing. It's kind of nice. One of the advantages to using the box trailers, we just throw everything in there. Don't even tie it down, or don't have to cover it, and just close the doors. And we just drive away. So it makes it real easy to travel to places like this. The only thing I put in the back of the truck is water, gasoline, and the dog. I don't want to put the flammable fluids or stuff that could soak my clothing or laundry or sleeping bags in the trailer. I don't think that's a good idea. The fumes to build up. Uh, on the way up, though, I bought a brand new smoke detector before we came out here, or carbon monoxide and smoke, because we sometimes use those Mr. Buddy heaters to keep warm in there. But there was so much dust on the inside of the trailer. When we arrived, the smoke alarm was going off, and I thought the inside of the trailer was on fire or something. No, so much dust hit the sensor that it made it think it was smoke and set off the smoke alarm. And then we got it to go, hit the hush button. But then about 3:30, 4 a.m., they decided to go off again inside a, and a lot of smoke detector is, but we're inside a 6x10 box, so needless to say, that was quite a surprise. Wrapped it in the towel, threw it in the cab of the truck, and later that morning I opened it up and I separated the wires from the speakers and the alarm. I didn't want to hear that all day long. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Fire, fire. I'm like, no, can't have that. So it's nice to not be back at home and have all the traffic, hear all the cars racing by because there's no one on the roads, so they can go faster. Not out here, like I said, heard one car, didn't even see it. We've heard some heavy equipment that way. Not sure what kind. When I was flying the drone, I did see a water truck spraying the ground with water. So I know there's one of those up here. Not quite sure why they'd spray the ground or the road with water when there's no one driving out here, but hey, whatever. Maybe they just have extra water they want to burn through. Somebody needs a job to haul it, I don't know.
But more importantly, the stars.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. Unfortunately, I wish this camera had a bigger sensor so you could actually pick them up.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, those
Best
work.
sensors.
Those work good.
Really good.
But it's hard to share that with everybody else who's I'm trying to help live vicariously.
Yeah.
That and I'm learning how to just talk. I feel like I'm learning how to be one of those sports announcers where there's nothing going on. You got to make it sound exciting.
Right. Keep the conversation
Yeah.
going.
I don't think I'll ever be one though. There's probably a reason I've been in construction, never got into sports announcing.
Who needs a sport anyway?
Huh?
Who needs a sport to announce? This is our life. This is the beauty of nature and sky and camping and just being together.
Yep. No one around. Doesn't get any more distancing than this.
It's like an anti-event, but it's the best of events.
Yeah, free to do what we want. No, I'm not worried about infecting anybody else because there's no one else out here. Maybe if I smoke myself enough, I could kill off any bugs I might have on me.
We haven't forgotten all science just because we're out here in the dirt.
No. I've been using mud to sterilize my hands. That works, right? It's just as good.
You say something.
Yeah, okay. Well, it exfoliates at the same time.
That is true. Mud is a great exfoliator.
Yeah, so some people pay big bucks for mud baths.
Absolutely. You do feel better afterwards.
Yeah, and I don't like paying big money for something I can make for free. Just add some water with a shovel and stir it around. It's done.
Yeah.
I don't even need that much.
Add sunshine and a good attitude, and that's all you need.
Yes, that's right. There you go. It's all about the positive attitude, nothing more. It's all you need. That was a massive fire like an hour and a half ago.
Yep.
You should put some more wood on it.
You think so? I think
Or
we
I
should
could
just move that one big piece over.
Okay. You want me to get it?
Do I want you to move it?
You got it? You want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
Actually, do a thing.
You can use a stick.
Move this thing out of the bed.
A flammable thing with a flammable thing. You're gonna mess up the grill.
I'm not gonna mess up the grill,
Yes,
actually.
you are.
My whole intention here is to prove that I can move this log without messing with the grill.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see you work this magic. Here, I'll get in front of this. Do I have more cord? I think so. And I wonder if that would, instead of holding,
This was a perfectly good fireside log, minding its own business.
then I went and ruined it.
Didn't even ask to be turned into a bonfire.
That's what I'm good at, though.
I moved the phone just a couple of feet, it loses signal. That's okay.
Mm.
A little brighter.
Mm-hmm.
Feels warmer. There we go. Now it's working. Sort of. Hope it's not all choppy on the other end.
I don't know. It's a difficult balance because it's brighter out here now, but now I can't see my stars as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on that forever.
There you
Like
go.
I said, I just wanted to work out some of the kinks, so when I did actually have something extremely important to announce,
Mm-hmm.
I knew what I was doing. It almost seems like daylight might be better, because then it would focus better.
Mm-hmm.
And that light's pretty bright though.
Yeah. Having such limited bases for comparison makes it hard to really know.
Just have to do another one tomorrow during the day. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go somewhere, then we might have some neat stories to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't been down this road that's right over there. I don't even know what it is. That end road goes that way. It's that would be southeast.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Oh, we still have a full tank plus 10 gallons. That's plenty. We could run the whole tank up here and still make it home without any issue. I like having they don't show on the camera, but the lights that shine up into the trees. They're kind of neat. Island was really cool last night when the fog was rolling through it.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the fog changing its density as it went by.
Yeah, we've done a lot of camping over many, many years, but I've never seen a foggy night quite like that one.
No.
Last night was amazing.
Yeah, it was cold, it was wet.
We were inside a cloud.
Mm-hmm. Felt like it.
Mm-hmm. Thick and thin pieces of it just whipping past so fast.
Huge droplets of water falling out of the tree.
Yeah, it was just
Wasn't
such a
even
weird contrast. You never see such a breezy, foggy moment usually. But somehow right here at the top of this ridge, everything was together. The wind, the fog, the
Mm.
rain, the mist.
But we kept everything dry. We made it.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled through. Still fogging, yes. Choppy. The phone doesn't like it over there.
Over there?
Yeah, I moved it like 3 feet away from. Well, I was sitting here, and now it's over there because I didn't want to hold it anymore.
Hmm. It's not even either. I'm sure it has at least a little bit to do with satellites and where they are in the sky at that moment. Because there's definitely places where earlier on in the day it's like, okay, right here, I've got plenty of good clear signal right here.
You have a satellite phone?
Well, no, but I think that a lot of the cell signals get bounced around the planet by satellites, right? That's how.
Maybe picked up and then bounced. I don't know.
Yeah.
No
They
idea.
get repeated and bounced around and shared. That's why.
Did you try doing the like bunny ear pose when you were doing your thing?
Yeah, that was me.
Maybe like stand around and wave your hands.
No, downward dog.
Oh. It's not as dramatic as when the flames were up higher. Okay, it's still got a nice feel. There's a moth flying around.
I am very grateful to whoever had any part in making this awesome fire.
Yeah, this is a pretty nice room. As I said in the beginning of the video, somebody definitely went and cherry-picked some rocks from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they were from here. It's almost like they drove around looking for rocks
Mm-hmm.
and then brought them back.
Mhm. They had a few extra. You can see where like they put a few over there by the bottom of that tree,
Yeah.
but they don't belong. They're not like all the other rocks around here.
Yeah.
Somebody put some love into this spot, and I'm very grateful.
It's also nice that others who have been here have respected it because that chair has been here for at least a year and a half and it's still untouched. The log coffee table, somebody added some what would you call brass from bullet brass, not bullets, but whatever, brass from the guns. But whatever, it's no big deal. And the footrest is still here. Somebody added the grill, so it seems like it gets improved. I don't remember a picnic table being here last year.
Yeah.
Or we also found an extension ladder in the bushes and an A-frame ladder in the bushes. I don't know what they're here for, but hey, I'll take it because we were able to string our lights up higher. We'll put it back where we found it. No intention of taking it with us, but it was kind of a nice find, I got to admit. The A-frame shower ladder has the shower wand holding up the shower wand. So people like me that are tall, I still have water that's coming out above my head. I'm not having to duck down to shower. It's kind of nice. And then there was a pallet out here, so that made a great shower pan up off the dirt.
I was surprised. I took those couple of pictures of you taking a shower today, and I thought you would want to see your photos, but you haven't even asked me.
Oh, there's been so many photos going around. Just make sure you make them public.
Yeah.
Put my
I thought
name.
I did a very good job tastefully portraying the situation without doing anything
Oh, you
untoward.
didn't embellish with the pen tool.
I did none of the sort.
Little squiggly lines for some extra hair everywhere.
No embellishment necessary for you.
Make you look like a hairy chimp. You put some hair on the top of my head, that'd be okay.
I just thought it was very impressive how very high above your head that shower was coming out, because we could never have achieved that in any house that we've ever lived in.
No, it's perfect with that ladder.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to see you showering in your splendor with no need to bend down.
Nope. Stand up and enjoy.
Yep.
And because it comes out slow enough, that 5 gallons was well more than enough. I didn't think I even used half of it.
Yeah.
And I washed everything twice. Even my toes. Was it head, shoulders, knees, and toes?
Knees and toes.
All washed.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. That was taught to my children by the Wiggles.
The Wiggles? Who are the Wiggles?
Huh?
Who are the Wiggles?
The Wiggles, Canadian children's musical act. They did live performances, and then they had a series that was broadcast. And yeah, both Sage and I guess not so much Oliver. Sage really loved it when she really little though. You don't remember the Wiggles?
Maybe if I saw them.
You probably
Maybe if
kind of
I
like
saw 'em.
a silly Canadian Star Trekkies, but with like guitars playing little folk tunes. Used to sing the song "Fruit Salad." Yummy, yummy.
Just out of curiosity again, where are you watching from? If you were out here, what would you be doing? Would you be sleeping? Building the fire bigger? Going for a hike? OHV is closed out here, so there's none of that going on. What would you be doing? What would you be doing tomorrow? You've been to the National Forest, Mendocino National Forest. What part's your favorite part? We're still discovering our favorite part. We go to different places all the time. Every time we go somewhere new, it's even better than the last place. We used to go up to Whole Mountain by Lake Pillsbury all the time, but oh, no thanks. Done with those. And right now it's closed because the M1 from the intersection into the game refuge past the top of Whole Mountain is considered a trail, and all OHV trails are closed currently. So there's no going up Whole Mountain right now. Fortunately, where we are, there's very few trails.
A lot of end roads, a whole lot of them. But what we've seen so far on the map, they're just marked as improved dirt roads, not trails. So we do have a lot of options. That's a good thing in a way, but sometimes it makes it hard to decide what to do, though.
Well, I think it's what makes it hard for people who are beginners at camping to know whether they're going to be able to go out and find a spot.
What, to camp?
Yeah, to do dispersed camping. It's one thing when you like, okay, I've been to a campground and I've experienced the pit toilets and I've pitched a tent and I've done all that, but like making the transition, I think, from being willing to go out to the forest and find a spot in a campground, there's a barrier between that and going out on your own to do a dispersed camping situation. There's no
comforts, no running water.
No pit toilet, no garbage can, no other outward symbols of civilized structure. Like, here, just find a good flat spot, put your tent, fire rings.
That makes it part of the mystery. You get out there and you don't know where you're going to end up, because we'd planned on coming here, but if this wasn't available, we would have to keep going until we found a spot that met our criteria for whatever that might be defined as. Granted, there's so much area out here in this forest, and we're lucky. We could go almost anywhere we want. And there's a lot here that doesn't appear to need anything like a Jeep that's going to scratch your vehicle or be extreme off-roading. We've been going to Anthony Peak, which is that direction. So that would be north. You can see it from camp here. That is, the last little bit is fairly steep and windy, but there's nothing. As long as you put it in drive a manual transmission or put it in low gear side, I've not had any issue. The drive up is definitely gets better and better as you go up. The view on both sides of the road gets more and more exposed the higher up you go. And that's where Wells Cabins, I don't know if it's plural or not. It's up there. I have a video on that one up there. It's an okay spot. Every time I've been through there, I've never seen anybody camping there. It looks like somebody started to improve the landscape by falling a bunch of trees, but then left them. So it's kind of got a really odd feel to it. But the fire pits are neat because they've got these griddles that you can stuff full of coals underneath and then cast iron, so you could fry your bacon and eggs right there on the griddle. Is kind of neat, and each one has its own bench. I think I saw a couple of spots where we could get our 6x10 box trailer and our truck into one campsite. There were a couple of them, but it'd be kind of a beast of a tow getting up there. Somebody's still holding true.
Still hoping you can take your clothes off.
Yeah, that's what they're. It says rated not for kids.
Right. So where's the action?
Yeah, a little less talk, a lot more action. It's nice and quiet. Oh, here come the frogs. That's my favorite part. I prefer the frogs over crickets. I don't know why. I'm just weird that way. I think this ice light's attracting a lot of moths. You can probably see us from space. No, sounds funny though. Alright, I'm going to end this live stream because there's not much interaction going on, and I'm going to take up the Enterprise with all its lights and see what that's like, because I haven't had that opportunity yet. Finally found the brackets to hold both the lume cubes. So again, I think it's around 6,000 lumens. We'll definitely be filming that and definitely be sharing that because I think it's going to be bright. So
This is where I say bye-bye. You'll have just a moment of watching Pepper play with the fire and moving logs around while I walk the incredible 20 feet to go shut this down. See you again soon.